izin dimulai. Good afternoon, Doctor. We're from SGDB 7, and today we will going to present our student project presentation with the title of Oral PDE5 Inhibitor for Erectile Dysfunction. So my name is Hara Prabhudin Sakti, which is the number of the 53, and I will explain about the background of this paper. So erectile dysfunction is an inability to achieve or to maintain an erection for psychosexual needs and satisfactory sexual. Available intervention to minimize ED are lifestyle modification like injected vasodilator agents, vacuum erection device, and as the first line treatment of pharmacotherapy is oral PDE5 inhibitors. Although PDE5s are indicated as the first-line treatment, it can inhibit other PDE isoenzymes affected other target tissues, causing unnecessary side effect. This paper is made due to review how appropriate to use oral PDE5 inhibitors to treat erectile dysfunction and how it works. So the formulation of the problems of this paper is, based on the descriptions above, the problem can be formulated as follows. First one is how to consider oral PDE5 inhibitors. How is the efficacy of oral PDE5 inhibitors? How safe oral PDE5 inhibitor is to be used? How is the suitability of oral PDE5 inhibitors? And the purpose of this research is the importance to understand the description of oral PDE5 inhibitors, the importance to understand the efficacy of oral PDE5 inhibitors, the importance to understand the safety information about oral PDE5 inhibitors, and the last one is the importance to understand the suitability information about oral PDE5 inhibitors. Next, the benefits of this paper is by understanding about the description, pharmacokinetic, pharmacodynamic, safety information, and suitability information of oral PDE5 inhibitors, the clinicians can make the best choices when designing a drug regimen for patients, especially with erectile dysfunction patients.
Friend, my name is Zaki Arafi ID with last 3 digits of student number 122, and today I will present about the pharmacokinetic. So the most common iteration of PDE5 inhibitor, which is sildenafil or Viagra, and Vitra. Sildenafil is classified as a class 1 high solubility hypermobility drugs. Meanwhile, vardenafil is classified as class 2 low solubility hypermobility drugs. So each of the PDE5 inhibitor drug has a unique way of absorption, but undergoes metabolism mainly through the hepatic isoenzyme in CYP2C9 for sildenafil and CYP3A5 accompanied by CYP2. The mean absolute bioavailability is approximately 38% to 41% for sildenafil and 15% for vardenafil. Sildenafil is 13%, whereas vardenafil is eliminated also through feces and urine, ratio approximately 4% respectively. Thank you, and my friend will continue the next part.
Good afternoon, doctor and friends. My name is Daniel Sungutama Sringoringo, and I'm going to explain about the pharmacodynamics of PDE5 inhibitors. So what will happen to our body if we take PDE5 inhibitors? PDE5 inhibitors inhibits the PDE5 isoenzyme. The inhibitions of PDE5 isoenzyme can result to intracellular accumulation of cyclic GMP. The accumulation of cyclic GMP then activates the cyclic GMP-dependent protein kinase. As a second messenger, cyclic GMP plays a central role in signal transduction and regulates a number of physiological responses, such as smooth muscle relaxation, platelet aggregation, and cardiac function through several mechanisms. Therefore, inhibition of the PDE5 can result to muscle relaxation and platelet aggregation, and also cardiac function of our body. Next.
Good afternoon, doctors and friends. My name is Shantika Ramapati, and right now I'm going to explain the mechanism of action of PDE5 inhibitor. Next. Mechanism of action of PDE5 inhibitor is by inhibiting PDE5 activity so that it can prevent degradation of cGMP and lead to cGMP accumulation in the vascular smooth muscle, resulting in dilatation of the blood vessels. Because of the dilatation of penile arteries, more prolonged erection can be achieved. PDE5 inhibitor increases endothelial function and reduces vascular smooth muscle cells apoptosis in corpus cavernosum. Since this stimulation pathway of sexual arousal, particularly within the penis, PDE5 inhibitors have relatively small effect on smooth muscle in other tissues. Beside of small side effect, PDE5 inhibitor is easy to consume, and has high effectiveness, so that it represents a major first-line oral therapy option for men with erectile dysfunction. Thank you. Next.
Good afternoon, Dr. and friends. My name is Putabina Masarana Nandika with student number 239. Now, about the indication and indication PDE5 inhibitors. So, PDE inhibitors have become the first line therapy for erectile dysfunction. Sildenafil, Vardenafil, Tadalafil, and Afanafil have been approved for use as required in the treatment of erectile dysfunction. PDE5 isoenzyme has been identified in various tissue, meaning that PDE5 inhibitors will have an effect on many organs and function. And then generally clinical guideline suggest that PDE5 is contraindicated in some conditions such as congestive heart failure, refractory or unstable angina pectoris, recent myocardial infarction, high-risk arrhythmias, uncontrolled hypotension and hypertension, hypertrophic obstructive cardiomyopathy with severe symptoms, severe valve disease, especially aortic stenosis, and patient taking nitrates or nitroglycerin. That's my explanation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Doctor and friends. My name is Batista. My student number is 227. So now I'm going to explain about the dose and dosage of PDE5 inhibitors for erectile dysfunction. So PDE5 inhibitors have different dosage for each drug. The usual recommended dose of sildenafil for erectile dysfunction is 25 mg to 100 mg per oral, 1 hour before intercourse. The dosage of sildenafil in men with severe renal impairment and mild to moderate hepatic impairment, it is recommended to start with a dose of 25 mg as a precautionary measure. The recommended dose of tadalafil is 5 mg to 20 mg per oral, 1 hour before intercourse. In patients with moderate renal insufficiency, it is recommended that the initial dose of tadalafil is 5 mg, no more than once daily, with a maximum of not more than 10 mg in 48 hours. The recommended dose of vardenafil is 10 mg to 20 mg per oral, 1 hour before intercourse. In patients with moderate hepatic impairment, the recommended starting dose of vardenafil is 5 mg with a maximum dose of 10 mg per dose. Thank you. And next.
Good afternoon, Doctor and friends. My name is Dara Cynthia Augustine. With my student number 069, I would explain about the clinical efficacy of PDE5 inhibitors. So, first of all, erectile dysfunction or ED is a common sexual dysfunction which primarily affecting men over the age of 40 years. And ED is clinically defined as the hardness of penile erection that is insufficient to insert into the vagina, or the penile cannot maintain a full erection during sexual intercourse. 3 months duration of the symptom is usually accepted as criteria for diagnosis in patient without trauma or surgery. For the etiology can be classified into 3 causes. Those are psychogenic, organic, and mixed between psychogenic and organic. Phosphodiesterase 5 or PDE5 inhibitors are the first line oral drugs which is recommended by WHO for the treatment of ED. PDE5 inhibitors are selective, competitive, and reversible, generally working to decrease cyclic GMP metabolism and ultimately leading to successful attainment and maintenance of an erection. PDE5 inhibitors are used as symptomatic management that should be accompanied by simultaneous removal of the etiology of ED. For the next explanation will be continued by my friends. Thank you.
Afternoon, Doctor and my friends. My name is Nanda Pramesti with student number 167. I will next to explain about the clinical effects of PDE5 inhibitors. Its role in erectile dysfunction, smooth muscular relaxation, occurs in the corpora cavernosa due to the release of nitric oxide from endothelin and also release of acetylcholine from the end of the parasympathetic synapse. The type of PDE5 inhibitor, such as sildenafil, is then the first-line therapy for erectile dysfunction in men who have no specific contraindication to the use of this oral drug. The chemical structure of sildenafil has similarities with cGMP. The similarity protects the breakdown of cGMP because sildenafil can bind to the competitive inhibitor of cGMP. When PDE5 is inhibited, there is accumulation of cGMP, which will increase the activity of protein kinase in smooth muscle target. And also, this is make the decrease in calcium ion and make the resulting in smooth muscle relaxation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Doctor and friends. My name is Putri Indria, and my last 2 number is 200, and now I'm going to continue continue to explain about the side effects of oral PDE5 inhibitors. So the PDE5 inhibitors are commonly effective to treat erectile dysfunction. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has no adverse drug reaction or side effects. Patients usually complain about having headaches, flushing, nasal congestion, nasopharyngitis, and dyspepsia as the most common adverse drug reaction. Other side effects that could happen is prolonged and painful erection that is estimated for over than 4 hours long. And if this condition doesn't get immediate treatment, it can cause permanent penile tissue damage. And other than these side effects, PDE5 inhibitors can also cause a sudden loss of visual and hearing. And if those conditions happen, the patients are recommended to go see the specialist or stop the consumption of PDE5 inhibitors. That's all I can say and will be continued by my friends. Thank you.
Hello, Doctor and friends. My name is Putra Andrea Wisnu Sebastian, student number 143. So I'm going to explain about drug interaction of PDE5 inhibitor. The first is the CP3A4 inhibitor drug. So because PDE5 inhibitor metabolism through CP3A4 is an enzyme, CP3A4 inhibitor drug can interact with PDE5, resulting in increasement of plasma drug concentration. This will cause the clearance rate of PDE5 inhibitor to decrease. The second is the alpha blocker. When the alpha blocker interacts with the PDE5 inhibitors, it will cause the increasement of vasodilatation effect. This will cause the decreasement of blood pressure rapidly. The third is the nitrates. Nitrates have an effect on increasing the production of cyclic GMP, and PDE5 inhibitor inhibits the cyclic GMP through hydrolysis. So when they interacting, it will increase the cyclic GMP concentration. This will cause the increasement of relaxed muscle effect that will have the synergistic effect on hypotension in the patient who usage of the nitrates with the PDE5 inhibitors. So the presentation will be continued by my friends. Thank you.
Okay, and good afternoon, Doctor and friends. My name is Arjun Kosasi with last digit student number 021. So I'm going to explain other drug classes that could also interact with PDE5 inhibitor. And based on studies that have been concluded, antiarrhythmics, antacids, and testosterone could also interact with PDE5 inhibitor. Antiarrhythmics drug could cause prolongation of ventricular repulsation and can lead to change in cardiac contractility, torsade pons, and ventricular tachycardia. As I mentioned before, PDE5 inhibitor could also cause vasodilation, which leads to life-threatening hypotension if prescribed with antiarrhythmics. And the next one is antacids. Single dose of antacids such as aluminum hydroxide or magnesium hydroxide do not affect the availability of sildenafil or vardenafil. However, a 30% reduction of tadalafil absorption has been reported, so potentially require higher dose of tadalafil. And based on studies that have been conducted, interaction between PDE5 inhibitor and testosterone could upregulate nitric oxide synthase activity, acting through an increased expression of neuronal or endothelial isoforms. In hypogonadal men, testosterone repletion was also associated with enhancements sexual function in patients who failed initial treatment with sildenafil or tadalafil. Thank you. The next part will be explained by my friend.
Doctor and my friends. So for the third part is the conclusions. There are 3 common drugs that contain PDE5 inhibitors. These drugs are sildenafil, vardenafil, and each of them have a unique pharmacokinetic. PDE5 inhibitors have become the first line of therapy for erectile dysfunction. PDE5 inhibitors have different dosage for each drug. Patients usually have complaint of having headache, flushing, nasal congestion, nasopharyngitis, and dyspepsia as the most common adverse drug reactions. And the last part would be the PDE5 inhibitors could also interact with other class drugs such as CYP3A4 isoenzymes, alpha blockers, nitrates, antiarrhythmics, antacids, and testosterone. That's all from me. Thank you.
That's all for the presentation for today. That's it, Dokter. Terima kasih, Dok.